Live, are we live? Yeah, you always say that. I'm not gonna listen to you.
We always are live. Don't you ever go back and watch it? You're always late.
I know, but like now it's hello and welcome to another edition of the Thursday Throwdown. As always, I am your host, X to the D to the A to the L to the Y, and I'm getting over some sickness. I'm not feeling great this evening, but I'm here. I missed last week for some work shit, and if I missed another show, I could only imagine people and their built-in excuses as to why I wasn't on the last two shows. So I get it. I lost. But I'm here, man. I'm ready to talk 239. I hope you guys saw the post earlier. But before we get into that, man, let's meet my co-host. As always, Pale Poner. How we doing tonight?
I'm doing all right, man. I'm not in the playoffs anymore, so I'm not doing as good as last week. But, I'm here. Listen, I'm excited. We got another round of playoffs to talk about. We're also going to be doing the pick order. We announced all the captains. If you haven't seen that, it's in the forums. We have 16 captains. It's going to be our biggest season yet at 239. That's a big deal. That's kind of exciting. So take a look at that. We're going to be announcing the pick order later tonight on the Throwdown Live. Check us out. Ability, how you doing tonight?
I am doing spectacular, folks. I want you all to know that tonight's a big night, okay? We got a couple new captains that are going to be debuting, and this pick order, this draft order, is going to pave the way for good or bad decision-making. So tonight's a big night for that aspect of it. Man, the playoff run, I'm no longer in it either, Pale, and I'm bummed about it, bro. One of us was supposed to take that title. Instead, we're going to have a new champion declared, and notice that there's no belt with me right now. It's not because I don't have the belt, okay? But I'm just enjoying it for a couple days before I got to send it out to one of you guys. So with that said, Daly, take us away here, man. What do we got?
Yeah, that's kind of exciting too because that belt could very well be in the Swift Pups' possession when we do the East Coast trip. That would be kind of cool, man, because I know No Regretskis is going to be there. I know that Esoteric's going to be there. So if they can get it done, man, that's going to be the ultimate rub it in the face. So, but let's jump right into it. So we got 4 teams left, and let's start with Imagination Land versus the Swift Pups. So that series currently is sitting at 2-1. And it's been kind of weird. Like, I haven't watched it, and the reason I haven't watched it is why, Pale? Why haven't I been able to watch it?
Because after the first round of the playoffs, where we had like 50 people watching a stream for one of our playoff games, nobody decided to stream the second round of the playoffs for either series. Thanks, guys. Appreciate that.
So, again, that kind of sucks. But, like, I guess D-Mart's streaming the consensual series tonight. I heard rumor that somebody was going to be streaming from the Swift Pup series as well. So hopefully we can watch these games 5, 6, 7 because there needs to be. I mean, we all like it. We're all watching it. I recall season 4 when Ryan did that the voiceover through the stream, like with the commentary. Like that was crazy. Like so people really get into these games. So if you guys can stream them, post the links, put them in chat box, whatever, you will have people watching. So
by the way, just because you mentioned that, I was going to do that for one of the teams on Monday, I think it was. And there was nothing. There was nothing to go off of. So I wanted to do it tonight. In fact, I was going to call off on this throwdown to make this happen, but I might do it anyway, okay? If not tonight, we're going to do it for the finals. So you guys stream that shit. Everybody wants to watch it. Everybody wanted to watch it the other night. You got to stream it.
Yeah, I know Dan for sure is streaming tonight. That's been confirmed. So I know you know his Twitch channel, so maybe you can do some work there. But let's talk about what's that?
All right, I think Regretskis is streaming his as well. So both series should be up there tonight.
Okay, cool. So we'll actually have both up and running. That'll be fun. I know I'll probably be laying in bed watching one of those, but that'll be the bit. So I want to talk about what we're talking about. Oh, Imagination Land Swift Pups. So weird series so far. They only played 3 games night 1. Series is 2-1 in favor of the Pups. Now that's not what's weird, right? Like the number 1 seed versus the 7. Here's what's weird. It's the way that some of these games have played out. Game 1 saw Imagination Land getting shut out 6-0 and having 0 shots. 60 minutes, game played. a 0-save shutout for Watch Your Back. Now, listen, I know he's good, a.k.a. Holtby. I know he's a great goaltender, but you have to shoot at him at the very least to try and score. So a 0-save shutout, I don't think that's ever happened ever. Like, in all my years of doing this, better part of a decade, this has never happened. That's mind-blowing to me. Game 2, I'm not sure on the score, but Pups got it done. Fast forward to game number 3, down 2-0 and needing a victory to avoid being down 3-0. Who steps up in this one? I know who you think I'm going to say, but I'm not. Mac North with a 24-save shutout in game 3 with basically their season on the line. Because you go down 3-0 to the Pups, forget it. I said it on 239 tonight when I filled in on that show. I don't know if you guys got a chance to watch it, but I said Mac North has been probably one of the most game-changing players on that team. I know Brick gets a lot of credit, and it's well-deserved. Figo, a lot of credit, well-deserved. But Mac North has been phenomenal. So, with that said, Pale, how do you see these last 4 games going tonight? Do you think it's going to be Pups quick? Is this thing going to go to 7? What do you think is going to happen with these teams tonight?
Yeah, I think Imagination Land is going to be able to take a game or two here. The Swift Pups, I mean, you look at the time on attack and stuff like that, it looks like they got completely dominated. Even in game 3, the Swift Pups put up 12 minutes time on attack to 3. And it's just, I don't know how long you can do that. I mean, my team did that. We tried that, and it just didn't work out. We couldn't make it happen. Maybe Imagination Land's got something else in the bag. They did try to make a change in their roster, and, it appears to have semi-worked in game 3. They shut him out. They moved Brick back from forward to left D and moved McGilla over from left D to right D. Now, McGilla has right D refused, so he can only play 3 games there. He's played 1 already. He can only play 2 more in that spot. So even if they win the next 2 games, they're with that lineup, they're going to have to switch McGilla back to left D or another position that he has willing for game 7 to make that happen. So I don't know what their plan is. I don't know what they're going to have to do to pull this series out. A 2-1 lead is still just a 2-1 lead. I mean, 1 game puts the Imagination Land right back into it. So maybe they can do something crazy and get it going. But looking at the numbers, I mean, it just looks like Imagination Land was pretty well dominated throughout this series. I'm not sure that they can push it any deeper than 5 or 6 games.
Yeah, I'm kind of in that realm too. I mean, it's weird because you're moving McGilla to his weak side, and McGilla has been very, very vocal about how much he hates right D and how uncomfortable it is for him to play. I think that was the issue on Blazing Saddles, if I remember correctly, where he actually benched himself because he had a left D only and he couldn't play right D, so he just benched himself because he didn't want to do it. So shout out to him for doing it. Whatever's best for the team, I get it, but. Yeah, I'm with Pale, man. Using the emergency games, that's fine. That's what they're there for. But you're right. What happens if they win? Is this because Brick is uncomfortable playing the right D spot? Is that what's happening? So he's manipulating the lineup for Brick. I'm not sure. It looks like, I don't know if it's because of no Regretskis and McGill is struggling with him. I don't really have any information on that as to why they would do that. But you're taking, a guy who's really strong at lefty, you're moving him to his weak D. Yes, Brick is good at lefty, but I don't understand the lineup management. And who's playing wing then, if that's the case? I don't know. I guess there's some question marks on the lineup, but they were able to win a game. But were they able to win that game because of how good they played, or was it because of how good Mac North played? What do you think, Ability? What's Imagination Land going to have to do to get it done?
So Mac North, 24 save shutout. And the team needed it, man. That 1 game victory, that could pave the way for more victories. That is an incredible job. Mad props there. To answer your question, Daly, no, Brick is not uncomfortable at right D. Brick is not uncomfortable anywhere on the ice. He is elite all over the place. Yeah. championship status. But I think that the Swift Pups, man, they got a lot working for them. The Esoteric, Wanisimov, No Regretskis, these guys are playing well. They're playing very well. They've done it all season. It's impressive, actually, because, like I said last season, man, waiting for Esoteric to wake up. Maybe he found a couple guys that are helping him wake up, because as a unit, they're playing great up front. And Holtby, he's had a hell of a season too. I don't want to give him any props because, man, he's good. I don't like giving good players a whole lot of props, right? But he deserves it. He's playing great. A 0-save shutout is almost as equivalent as to having 0 saves. So, hey, me and him are just on opposite ends of the totem pole here. But I don't know, man. I'd like to see Imagination Land come out and win the first 2 games. Ideally, I think that's going to pave the way to the Game 7. If they don't win the first 2 games, chances are this is going to be over in the next 2 games. So, I mean, we'll see how it pans out. I think a couple of the, the 5 and 6 guys, they're going to have to step up. Hollywood Bob, if he makes an appearance, he's gonna have to play his ass off for that squad, because they need all the help they can get. Do we have any confirmation on Figo tonight?
I know that he didn't have internet or power. I don't know what's happening with that. I'm not even sure if that series is going to be played tonight. I'm not sure what's happening. So we'll have to wait and see. But we'll find out when Brian goes to stream. I mean, it's been weird. I know the East Coast has really been getting blasted, and a lot of players have been affected by it. I know Rondon Volante's been affected. Esoteric didn't have power for like 4 days. I don't think he showered for like 5. That was a thing too. So, there's issues. Figo, Brick, I think they both lost power. So a lot of guys on the East Coast. But we're going to wait and see what happens. I'm hoping that.
With that said, I just want to throw this out there, okay? I don't live on the East Coast, right? I'm in the Midwest over here. So it's important for all of you to know next season, all you new captains drafting, that I happen to be an elite forward that won't lose power. So there's that.
And the reason he won't lose power is, don't you work for the power company? Isn't that a thing?
Gas and water.
Oh, damn it. I thought that would have been really cool. You're like, yeah, because I am the power.
That would have been a great segue. We almost had it.
You should have just lied. I'm
fucking electric man over here.
It's like, I'm the power company. Did you just flex your bicep on camera? You did that, didn't you?
I did that. Yeah, it's small, man. I haven't been working out.
I know. You need to get to. I won't embarrass you right now. I'll leave that alone.
Not like the Hulk like you, bro.
I'll leave that alone. Anyways, let's move into the next series. Ultimately, for me, before I move to the next one, when I'm looking at the series, I just feel like the Swift Pups have way too many weapons. They've looked like a well-oiled machine. And even though Imagination Land was able to steal that one game, to me, if you look at the time on attack and the shots and everything that played in, that game should have been Swift Pups. If it wasn't for, an amazing performance by Mac North, that game would have been over. It would have been 3-0 Pups, and we probably wouldn't even be giving the series a breath right now. But Mackey was able to stand on his head, and he needs his guys to get out there and score some goals for him tonight. So for me, ultimately, those Swift Pups are just too much when you look up and down that roster. They play a really good unit or a good team game. They're a good unit. Just too much there, and you got one of the best goalies, if not the best goalie in the league. So too much, in my opinion. Moving along, we have the Chili Con Carnage with the upset over Knights of the Frozen Throne in the first series in the round 1, taking on the 19 Sensuals, who pretty much had their way with We Give 60. This series, the stats aren't in. I know C-Dub's been having some issues with internet, so hopefully that's the reason that they're not in. Cameron, do your stats, Cameron. But yeah, so they're up 3-1. So they need one big win tonight to go to the finals. But there is a catch, and the catch is that Nick the Greek is not available for the games tonight. So there is some lineup swapping going on. I got this confirmed, partially confirmed. Derek Cortez is moving into net. You have Ian the Berean, and you done know on D. You have, C-Dub at center, D-Mart on right wing, and Chuck Fuller, a.k.a. Legion, as most of you know him, will be making his play at left wing tonight, getting a chance to play up front in games 5, 6, 7, however many it may go tonight. If it was the other lineups, I told you guys I like Kane Centrals. It was 2 weeks ago. I thought they were a good team. Set it on 2-3-9 night. But this lineup scares me because, like, I just don't know. I wonder if they're just going to crash Legion, what it is. Chili Con's a very skilled team. They like to take a lot of shots. They like to get to the net. And I wonder how Legion defensively will be. Dub's been playing lefty. Now he's playing center. He's had internet connection. There's a lot of variables that play into the series. So, Pale, with everything that I just stated, from the lineup to the internet issues, like, how do you feel about this series? And can Chili Con really win 3 in a row tonight and get to the finals?
Yeah, I don't know that they're going to be able to come back like that. Three games is a big series to come back from. Non-Kane Centrals have been playing with a different lineup almost every single game throughout the season. They didn't really get to play with the same lineup. They moved guys around. Ian the Berean was in and out. Legion was in and out of the lineup. So I think they're used to playing their positions the way that they need to and play their different positions. When they need to, they're able to step up. So I think that non-Kane Centrals are going to be able to pull it out. They're going to be able to get a W here in the next 3 games and move on to the finals.
All right, Pale. Or not Pale, I'm sorry. Ryan, what do you think, man, when you're looking at this series? I've told you the lineup basically for tonight. That is not confirmed, but I have a pretty good source that
give me the lineup one more time.
So you got Derek Cortez in net. You have Ian the Berean and you done know on D. You have C-Dub at center, D-Mart at right wing, and Legion at left wing.
Yes. Yes. No, that's a winning lineup. You kidding me? Legion is a better forward. I've seen this guy play some forward. Fuck yes. And you know what? Fuck any Somalian or Chili Con Carnage that gets in his way because he's going to fucking mow him over and bury the puck. And I'll tell you what, I got a chance to play Pog's team. They wiped me out, right? They kicked my ass. Good job, fellas. I'm making it this far. Your journey ends here. It's not because you guys aren't good. It's because the team you're going up against is really good. I think you're going to have to fight with everything you got to even win one game here. Chances are in this this next game is a game 5? Game 5?
Yeah, it's game.
This thing's over, man.
Yeah, game 5. Yep.
Yeah, because I mean they got a lot of firepower, and these guys have something that some other teams may not have had. The Swift Pups have it, right? I don't think Imagination Land has it. I'm not sure if Chili Con Carnage has it. Maybe they do after the series against the Knights, but man, they got a lot of momentum, and it's positive momentum. And just hearing Derek Cortez, or I'm sorry, Cortez EA talk in the last couple of days. There's a lot of confidence going into this game. So I think you guys, the Con Carnage is going to have to fight with everything they've got, and they're going to have to find a way to battle through the next 2 games. If they can somehow even the series up, then take it to a game 7, anything is possible. But that journey is, it's far in the distance. You guys are going to have to work really hard. Whatever motivational speech you got in your little soul, your toolbox there, Pogs, you got to whip it out right now because the team needs it. You guys got to get rolling. I mean, D-Mart and Cortez, it's a lot of firepower. And, having Legion out there on wing, man, that is – I want to watch it.
I just this day has been very homoerotic for me. Like, it usually is. Like, there's a lot of, gay references, like wieners and eggplants. Like, that's what happens when you play in 239, right? There's just cocks everywhere, apparently. But when I heard Ryan say to whip it out live on air, it reminded me of peeing in a bottle. It reminds you of all these different things and penis on the mind. But back to this, did we lose Pale? Pale's gone, man. We lost Pale.
There are way too many dicks in this conversation for Pale to stick around.
I know. So he had to Christian Bale. I get it, man. Listen, I just think at the end of the day, 3-1 leads are really tough. I mean, if you were to go back and look at the amount of sweeps there were, take out all of Frozen Throne sweeps in the regular season, there weren't that many sweeps. There's a lot of parity within the league. There was a lot of things happen. There's a lot of bounces, different things like that. I just and Chili Con right now with the lineup that Non-Kane Centrals is putting out, I think that Dub and Dunn were really clicking on D. They were really good. And so to do that lineup switch, to me it's unfortunate. because of how good they were playing. Legion was playing phenomenal in net. Cortez was playing great up front, with Dan, and Nick was playing great. So now, when you're looking at this lineup, I'm kind of the other way. You've removed Nick from left wing. Okay, you've inserted Ian onto D, who hasn't played at all in the postseason. You've moved up from lefty to center. Okay, you've moved Cortez from center into net, and you've moved Legion from net into left wing. So I just said how good everybody was playing at their respective positions, and now they're all playing different positions with the exception of Dunn and Demart. So again, can they do it? Yeah. Do I think that they're going to win it? Yeah. I just think that it does add a really complex variable of lineup swapping. It's great that they have flexibility to do so, but I am a little worried. I still have consensuals in this, but I don't like this lineup as much as I like the other one.
So Legion going to wing, is that because Nick couldn't make the game?
Correct. So Nick is unavailable. So because Nick is unavailable, they literally have to move like 4 pieces because Nick is not available to play.
Yeah, so, man, my boy Nick, you my boy Blue, where you at? You signed a written agreement, okay, that said you prioritize 239 over everything.
That happened. That is a thing. I don't know if it was in his MIA or whatever it was, so I'm not sure if it was, because it could have been a predetermined thing. Like, obviously that sucks, but I think MIAs are eliminated in the playoffs too. Like, I should probably know this, but I'm pretty sure that it is. So maybe it's just something came up with work. They had already predetermined the series. I don't know. But, yeah, he's unavailable for tonight. So it's going to be interesting to see. I think he's with friends and family on vacation. So Cortez can, watch the show, but he can't be on the show. So I still got Kane Central tonight. But, listen, it's always tough. When the playoffs hit, because like you have 2 series, like everybody else is out, and we're always trying to keep things fresh. We're trying to keep things well. So what we're about to do, before I get into it, I want to say this. This is not to take away from the 4 teams that are still playing, because again, you guys in a 14-team league, 4 teams are grinding it out, trying to get to that cup, man. So shout out to each and every one of the individuals playing. Shout out to Drift King, man. Like, he doesn't get enough credit, man. People need to start respecting him on D. Shout out to the Pop, shout out to Imagination Land, shout out to Chili Con, shout out to Non-Cane Centrals. You guys are killing it. You're the best 4 teams in the league right now, and you're playing for the cup. However, we got to keep things fresh. We got to keep things going. People are getting antsy, right? Especially teams like #Chem, Thomas Billing and the Bullet Club. They missed the postseason. McSwagger, he missed the postseason. These guys and gals who aren't playing and didn't get to taste the postseason are jonesing for season number 7. And that's what we're here to do today. We're give you a little bit of a taste for season number 7. So what I'm going to do is, first and foremost, Pale, I want you to – do you have the captains list in front of you by chance?
No? I don't. I know most of them, though.
Okay. I'm trying to find it in threads of just insanity. So if you want to run down the captains, we added 2 new ones that people may not know about. I can talk on those at the end. Yeah. But if you want to run down the list here of captains, and we're going to be picking the season 7 draft order, but we're going to do it a little bit different this year because we're always changing shit up. So let's run down the list of captains. We could talk about some of the newer captains, and then we'll do the draft order.
All right, Ryan, do you have the list in front of you? I know you normally got a PC.
Yes. Yes, I have the list right here.
Announcement. There you go.
So Ryan, why don't you run down the list, and we can just touch on each captain really quick. We'll just go one by one.
All right. First on the docket, we have the Rocket Richard runner-up, OP Jelly.
Perfect. So OP Jelly was actually a late ad. So what we do, guys, is based on the influx of signups that we have, we're like, we're going to go with 14. But we had so many people wanting to play 239 this year that we just got this crazy influx of players. So all of a sudden we had enough to do 16 teams, right? So shout out to Jelly. Jelly was one of the last 2 to step up and take over a team. He's young. He's very skilled at the game. I couldn't believe it. I played with him the other night. I've never played with Jelly before, and I'm still working out the forward kinks myself, but I could see it. Like, he's actually a really, really solid player. So staying with stats and the write-ups, he seems like a funny kid too. I think he's a great candidate. What do you think about Jelly there, Pale?
Yeah, absolutely, man. I mean, he kind of got a little bit of a taste of it in the Dailies reject season. He was a guy that was helping to run that team when he ended up going undrafted, unfortunately. I don't think that'll ever happen again. But here he is. He gets to captain his own team, and we'll see how he does. One of the many first new time captains.
And then who's next on the docket there, Ryan?
Hold on. OP Jelly,
Oh,
who went from the rejects to the Victoria's Secret Championship winning team. Pow! Gets to be a captain. Man, I'm stoked for you. I didn't see that coming. But I am happy for you, Jelly. I think you're going to do great, man, because you got your nose to the grind. You know a lot of these players. You play with a lot of these players. I got high hopes for you, kid. Next on the docket, we have the man. He is a legend around the 239 community. He even has his own damn show. None other than Esoteric himself.
Yeah, I mean, this is an easy one. Esso's done it before. He did the nut taps in season number 4. He's an admin at the site. He's playing in the Final Four right now, so obviously the skill set's there. To me, this is a no-brainer. What do you think, Phil?
Yeah, no-brainer, man.
No-brainer.
You know, he signs up and says he wants the captain. Sure, go ahead.
I mean, we're not going to pump Esoteric's tires. It's just not going to happen. Not in this fucking show. So, anyways, who's next, Ryan?
Next on the list is the bat-swinging bitch from down under, Negan himself, Yambag.
And I'm happy to see Yam. You know, Yam went through this complex, okay? Like, oh, God, I'm not drafted as a 5th round. Oh, I'm in a 5th rounder. 5th rounder shouldn't count. Shut up, Yam. We're happy you're back. Welcome back to captain. Here's the thing about Yambag. He doesn't get enough credit for his play. He's actually a very good defenseman. But he was sick of it. He was sick of watching the trades, man. He was all set with it, so he's back. And you know what? His teams, they struggle sometimes, but he knows what he's doing. He's been around the block. That's it. You know, it's Yam. He's back. Pill. The man's back, man. Like, you know what that means.
What does that mean? What does that mean exactly?
It just means that, you know, he's everywhere. He's in admin chat. He's in captain's chat. I'm not in captain's chat this year. I decided to stay away from that one.
I'm not either. It's the first time since season 2.
Guys, all 3 of us, we're all like gung-ho, like going into it like, yeah, woo! And then we were all like, yeah, we're going to take a season off. So here we are, all of us waiting to see where we go. So, Ryan, who do we got next after Yammer?
After Yambag, we have this one guy who's incredibly nice. I have no shit to talk. It's Thamps, man. Thamps.
Thamps, a.k.a. Dustin. I've known Thamps is the first person to ever break me into a league as an owner in a league many, many years ago. He knows what he's doing. He knows his teams. He's actively been scouting. I've seen that. He's on every night, and he's playing with different people. I think he's going to do a really good job. What do you think, Pal?
Yeah, man. I haven't had actually too much interaction with Thamps. We've played a couple times together. We actually played his, whatever his squad was that he put together last night for scouting games and whatnot. He seems like a really solid dude, and he's a player that has the skill set to be able to push the team over the top as a captain. I'm excited to see how he's going to do, and I'm sure all these new captains will take it serious and put in the time to figure out what they need to do as captains and how to put together a winning squad.
All right, Ryan. Who's next?
Yeah. Next on the list is the guy that will tell you to captain this, Notorious Figo.
And Figo's in a weird situation, man, because obviously he has that strange schedule. Well, Golden Cuck himself, Hugh Laurie, is going to work with Figo on that schedule. So Figo's going to be able to captain. He's going to be able to make all of his series. He's going to be able to be that first-round talent that he is, and he's going to be able to draft a team around him. I'm excited to see in round 1, A, where Figo falls, and B, will he take Brick? What do you think, pal?
Yeah, I mean, he's a character, and I'm sure whoever gets drafted on their team, they're either gonna love it or they're actually gonna hate it. But he's a fun guy. If you get his sense of humor and whatnot, he's a fun guy to be around and be in a party with. He's definitely not gonna have a quiet party ever. So you have that to look forward to, no matter what's happening. But yeah, I'm excited to see what kind of team he puts together. I don't know that Brick City is who he's going for off the top, no matter what.
I'm kind of like that too, man. Like, I feel like Figo's been here long enough now. Like, this isn't like a shot at Brick. Like, they've won together. They've proven that. But like, I feel like Figo's like ready to break out, man. Like I feel like he's ready to be notorious Figo, not like Brick and Figo. I think he's ready to kind of to branch out. That's where I'm at. I could be fuck all wrong, and if that's the case, then I'll just go sit in the corner and jerk off and just be done with it. But Ryan, who's next on the list, man?
Next on the list is a guy that is silently a badass unless he's been drinking, and then he's going to take your money. Stoey Jopa.
And I mean, this is a no-brainer. The guy's literally in the Final Four right now. I know they're down 3-1, but I mean, they're winning. And he's got Brick, he's got Figo. Pale, is this a no-brainer, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the guy, he came through and put together a winning team that, out of 14 teams, he's in the top 4. Like, I mean, you have to give it back to him at that point. The guy put together a winner.
Ryan, who's next?
Next on the list is a guy who will deke past your ass on his hoverboard. Marty McFly.
That took a second to register. Like, I literally had to think about it. I'm like, wait, is that like a Deke reference? And then like it all came to me. I don't watch many movies, but I got that one. So Marty McFly's back, man. He ran that HUD Heroes team that literally went to Game 7 and got shut out by somebody on this show. And then they all proceeded to get tossed in front of a bus. And Marty was hit by that bus so hard that he decided not to captain in season number 6. But here we are, season 7, and Mr. McFly is back. There's a couple things. His teams are always going to compete. He knows the league. He knows the players within the league. His teams are always going to be defensive. That's a no-brainer. And at the same time, Marty runs a great squad. He does his stats, except when he gets eliminated in the playoffs. See season 2, season 6, Marty.
Season 5.
5, Marty. We're still waiting on those stats, Marty. But this is a no-brainer, man. McFly knows his shit, and he's going to put out a good team. I can already guarantee it. What do you think, Pale?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, the guy's a vet. He's one of the high-end forwards. He's a guy that would be in the top 5, 6 picks in the draft. It's easy, Marty's going to be there, and he's going to pick a competitive team, and he's going to be a tough out in the series of whatever season he's playing in.
Next up, Ryan.
This is one of the most savage mofos you'll ever meet. A concarnate shitter himself. Pogs.
And, Pogs is a no-brainer, too. I mean, he's got his team to the Final Four. And that's the thing. Like, the biggest thing we want is competition and parity and different things like that. So if you're putting a winner out there and there's no bullshit, and, I mean, Pogs is a no-brainer. If you want to, if a guy like that wants to captain, he's in, and not to mention he's done it in other leagues. He's proven that he can do it here. So, to me, this was, again, I know I've said it, but this was an easy one. What do you think, Pill?
Yeah, Pogs is a super likable guy, super easy to work with, and he's just laid back and chill, and but he's competitive, and he's gonna put out a good team. So again, another vet that's been doing it for a little while. It's gonna be able to continue doing it for
next up. Oh, sorry, I totally tried to read off Pale and I interrupted him. Sorry, my bad,
You're
dude.
Good.
All right, cool. Ryan, who's next, man?
This guy could spit in your face and walk away with no regretskis.
How long have you been waiting for that one?
I mean, I'm just rolling with it.
That's so bad it's good. But yeah, Brian's in the Final Four. He's literally one win away from getting his team into the Cup Finals in his first season as a captain. There's a reality that we could have. Well, no, I mean we're gonna potentially. Well, not potentially. We're gonna have one first-time captain in the postseason, or I mean in the finals this year. So, guys and gals who are worried about captaining, Ability won it his first year. Pale, didn't you win it your first year as a captain too? This is a thing. So don't be scared to captain. But excuse me, what do you think about no regretskis there, Pale?
Yeah, no regretskis is awesome. He's one of the guys that would be a top pick in the draft if he were in the draft. And he builds competitive teams. You can see what the trend is for what we're looking for in the captains. I mean, if you can build a competitive team and you have the skill set to keep a competitive team on the ice, and that's what we're looking for.
And we implemented the I hope you guys did them, the captain surveys too. That's always nice. Your admins here are always trying to just improve league quality, improve the experience. So if you take the time to do stuff like that, it's nice for us because we use all the resources, all the material that we have to put out the best candidates and make sure we have the best people in the best places, doing the best jobs. So That's a big thing. But Ryan, who's next on the list?
If Santa Claus liked macaroni and cheese, he would name it Mac North.
Oh man, listen, I'm a big fan of Mac North as captain, but like, here's the thing. So he's a great goalie, first and foremost. Okay. Secondly, as most of you know, I'm a big write up guy. Okay. Like, I love the write ups. It's like my favorite thing about captaining besides drafting is the write ups when you just get to shit on people and whatever. Mac North's write up game is strong. It is super strong, and I am excited. And I hope he drafts a really good team so that I can get Mac North write ups for days. Pale, what do you think about the Mac North bit?
Yeah, man, I'm excited. He's one of the guys. He gets along with pretty much everybody. He plays a premium position in goalie. He can also play out, and he's a pretty good forward, as we've seen. I think he was on Strictly Business, one of Tomahawk's teams a couple seasons ago, playing
Damn.
forward. So yeah, I mean, I'm excited to see what Mac North builds, whether he's going to be in net or whether he's going to be out this season.
I love this. Why I love this league, especially like being in it like so early on. Like from the beginning, is we can go back like, oh yeah, I remember Tomahawk's fucking poop of a team in like season 2, the Strictly Business squad. And you're just like, oh yeah, or season 3 or whatever it was. But yeah, shout out to Strictly Business. I think Desired was on that team. Thomas Billing. They almost made the playoffs. If you remember, they almost made it. So Ryan, who's next on the list, man?
If AC/DC and Dalai Lama shot a porno, they would name it Kinky PB.
I love it because what happens is he announces the captain, and then me and Pale will talk for a minute, and he can set up his next punchline for that. So it's fantastic. I love it. I really do. Kinky is a first-time captain. I'm going to shout out Rome here. Shout out to Rome for sucking at being a captain because it gave Kinky a lot of experience in captaining. And I always hate yelling at my friends, but like I had to fucking yell at Rome for not doing his shit last year. So Kinky knows how to do the stats already, which is a big plus. They're pretty user friendly, but she knows her stuff, and she's constantly scouting. I see her on there. She's got different people in her parties all the time. She's trying to get ready. I think she's been ready for this draft for like weeks. She's got her draft board ready. She knows the people that she wants. She's ready to get after it. I like it. What do you think, Pale? How do you feel about Kinky captaining?
Yeah, she's been one of the personalities of the league since she came in. Pretty much, she's been around and getting involved. It seems like she knows pretty much everybody, and she's out there. She's always on playing games and whatnot. So listen again. I think it's a little bit easier to play to be a goalie captain than it is to be anything else. So I'm excited to see how she does, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, the thing about goalie captain is, and I've said it too, like there's always that run of goaltenders, round 3, round 4, it just happens to be. And if you're a goalie, man, you're taking best available player, best available player, best available player. So Mac Norts and the Kinkies, and they're at a great advantage because they don't have to worry about taking a goalie because that's them. So Ryan, who's next up on the list, man?
If it's 2:00 in the morning and you need weed or White Castle, C-Dub.
I don't get it.
C-Dub?
I don't get it.
As in like see him? C-Dub.
Oh.
Go see him.
Man, listen, man. I said I haven't been feeling great. I haven't been feeling myself. So there's a really good reason as to why I missed the C-Dub thing. Fuck. God bless it. Anyways, man, listen. So C-Dub is in the Final Four right now. People are really quick to say, oh, D-Mart's team. Nah, man. No. Yeah, D-Mart's on that team, and D-Mart's a big part of that team. But C-Dub put together a winner. They are one win away from making it to the 239 finals, and him getting a chance to have his name on that belt. There's a lot of pristine names on there. There's Sober Enough. There's Pale Poner. There's XDALY. There's Ability. There's all these. D-Mart himself is on that belt. So, shout out to C-Dub. He deserves it. He kicked my ass, and I've never been less emo after a series loss than I was when I played C-Dub and we lost in 5. I was literally no emo. He was so chill, so cool the whole time. He's easy to work with. He could captain every season for the rest of his life, and it would always be a yes for me. What do you think, Bill?
Yeah, man, he's awesome. He's a really chill dude. He's not somebody that's gonna blow up your party and talk a whole lot, and he's not gonna be, throwing 500 messages at you a day in captain's chat or anything like that. But he's a really cool guy, and he can play a multitude of positions at a pretty high level, and that's going to lead him to success in whatever season he's in.
All right, Ryan, who's next on the list?
When he's in his shorts running down the beach on a hot summer day, he'll have you fiending for some AC.
AC/DC's back, man, and I'm excited, because like there was some rumors swirling, like he wasn't gonna be here, and now he's back, and not only is he back, but now he wants to captain, and so like I'm happy he's back because like I'm league first guy, and AC/DC being in any league is always a good thing. So shout out to him, shout out to being back, and he has got a chip on his shoulder. He's ready to prove that he is a talent and that he's gonna build a contending team. What do you think, Pale?
Yeah, I'm excited to see what kind of team AC builds. I think I think you're right. He does have a chip on his shoulder. He hasn't really gotten to play too much in the last couple of seasons, and I think he's ready to prove himself that he's somebody that belongs in the league and on a roster, and not just on a roster, but in a starting lineup for however many seasons he's still here.
Ryan, who's next on the list?
I have nothing here. Okay.
All right, just say it then, man. Who is it?
We love you, okay? And it's mainly because you get kicked off Xbox Live just for shouting at randoms, mainly little kids. It's D-Mart.
And like he's a lady binger. He makes kids hate their lives, and then they chirp him, and then he gets Xbox banned. Like that's what a lady bing winner does. But the one thing that we know about D-Mart is that when it's all said and done, he's always competing. I think anybody would be happy to be drafted by him. The team is going to be solid, and he's a great dude if you've never been to a party with him. Pale, D-Mart, this is like the no-brainers of no-brainers, right?
Yeah, man, absolutely. He's a guy that would normally be like a number 1, number 2 overall pick, if that. And he's a guy that, he's super chill to deal with, and he's always like in a good mood at the party and stuff like that. He's a fun guy to be around. So, D-Mart's, obvious no-brainer.
What do you got, Ryan? How many names we got left? I know it's 16, so it's like way more than usual.
There's 2 left, and this next one, man, this my boy. I miss you, man. Probably going to surprise people with the way he captains. I got like fire trucks going down my street. It's Tom for the win.
And well, I don't know, man. Like Tom's an elite talent. He's arguably the best two-way center in the league. Thing about Tom, he's quiet. So like he's quiet. And those are the guys you got to worry about, those quiet guys. Like we come on here and we all say stupid shit, right? Oh, we're going to do this. We're going to fuck that. Like that's how we are. But Tom's like ninja quiet, man. Like him, Tham's too. Like Tham's like ninja quiet. And I wonder what kind of team he's going to put together because, having that two-way center that wins 65% of the draws, man, that's like everybody's like boner, and he's that. So I'm interested to see. I think he's going to do a really good job. I will be curious to see how he manages people and personalities and different things like that. But from everything that I've heard, he's a really chill dude, real good dude. But what do you think, Pale?
Yeah. Again, this is another guy I haven't had too much interaction with in previous seasons. He just came into the league a couple seasons ago. He's a quiet dude, keeps his nose clean, and he's one of the top talents in the league. So I'm excited to see what kind of team he builds and see what happens.
Excuse me. Sorry. Go ahead, Ryan. Who's the last name on the list? Not last but not least.
This next man has studied jiu-jitsu with Bruce Lee. He has roundhouse kicked with Chuck Norris. He is the infamous Dalai Lama.
And Dolly was the last name added to the list. So it's funny because he's a member of our show. He couldn't get on until later tonight. But he's messaging me last night. He's like, should I do it? I'm like, yeah, like do it. He's like, I'm 50-50, man. Like, I don't know. I'm like, do it. And like I was in a party with Chelsea at the time, and Chelsea's like, Dolly wants a captain, I think, sort of, but not really. But he does. I'm like, do it. And then finally, like, we were in a game. I come out of the game, and Dolly was the 16th captain. So I was like, oh, so that's the thing. But here's the thing. I had Dolly on my team season 4, and like when he's on the show, like he's super like, oh yeah, everybody's great. I love you all. But like he's like me, like he's just crazy, like, and I love it because like you need to have that, and he knows the league, he knows the players, and he's super competitive. Like he's got a table like mine where you just got to punch it and just get after it. And I think he's going to be a tremendous captain. He's done it before. I just think that he is going to be a team to watch this year. So I'm excited that he's going to captain. What do you think, Pale?
Yeah, man, Dolly's one of the great guys of the league. He's one of the guys that he floats around at everybody's party, gets along with everybody, and I'm excited to see what kind of team he builds.
All right, so that's it. That is all the teams. Ryan, thank you for running that list down, Pale. Thank you for the analysis with me as well. Okay, so we got to get after it, man. We got to do the Season 7 draft order. So in years past, we're like, okay, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, blah, 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 whatever. We're not doing that this year. We're not doing that this season. We are doing something completely different. Pale is going to have, is it 2 hats, Pale?
Well, I've got cards. I don't know what any of these cards mean, so I'm just going to pick them at random. And I do have a hat with the number picks in them.
So what we're going to do is Pale is going to pick a number out of the hat. When he picks that number out of the hat, that will be the pick that we're doing. So let's say he picks a number out and it's 10. So whatever the name that matches that card, the next card that's picked is going to get picked 10. We're just trying something a little different. So I have sent the list up. Yep. That was a loud fucking crack of the Michelob Ultra. Who drinks Michelob Ultra, by the way?
Only champions.
But, oh, God. You know, honestly, the best part about the next 2 weeks is that Ability won't be the champion anymore. I know people said it about me, too. Like, when I had the belt, like, it was the same fucking thing. It's like, no, these guys are done. Whatever. We're washed up. I'm over it. So, what we have, though, I have sent a list that was done by none other than Bailey Cortez that has the captains affiliated to the cards. Now, I have the list. Ability has the list. We all have the list. So there's no drape. There's no anything. If I hear the only person who does not have it is Pale. Cortez drew up the list. He was supposed to be on this fucking show tonight, but he has to practice. So he's going to go be practicing. I fucking hate it. So he'll be practicing. I have the list. Ability has the list. All of the admins have the list as well. So there is absolutely 100% no drape. If there's any funny stuff, you know that golden cock Hugh Laurie will not allow it. Not in this fucking league. He will not have it. So guys, just trying to do something a little bit different, a little bit more fun. I have to fucking pee.
Oh, not again.
I'm not peeing on camera. I'm not going to pee on camera. But what I am going to do is this. I'm going to have Pale pick a number, and I'm going to run to the pisser, like, meow. I'm going to run, and then that's how I run, apparently. So I'm going to go do that. I'm going to, like, literally speed pee this out, like, just push it as, like, hard and fast as I can to get the urine out of me, and then I'll be back. But if you guys want to do the first pick, you can. But if we're going to be here for 20, I have to do it. So I'm sorry, but I'll be back. I love you all. Give me a minute. Bye back. Pew.
Ryan?
Hey, Pale, wait a second.
Yeah, what do you got?
We shouldn't start this without Daly.
All right.
Instead, you know, what we should do is just remind everybody that Daly actually did piss in a bottle while we were doing the show. That's absolutely ludicrous. I mean, who does that, man?
He gives 60, man, to everything.
I think he gave 60 ounces on that occasion. But I want to see now, you know, stop watching his ass, all right? 20 seconds.
Oh, absolutely.
He said he was going to do this. Pew. Now that's a direct quote.
That's a pretty quick pew.
Oh, man.
I wonder how far away his bathroom is. He's got to run upstairs? Does he have a basement bathroom?
I think he's got to have a downstairs basement. Because he ran that way, right? Isn't his upstairs that way?
I don't know. I have no idea.
You know what he should have done? He should have had Jen come and fill in. So that way we could have at least talked to her for a couple of minutes.
Right. He should show off the bottle.
Oh, I hope he didn't keep that bottle. He's probably got it refrigerated or something.
Here he comes. I can hear him.
Daly. It's just not the same without you. Maybe he died in there.
All right. I'm gonna pick the number of the first pick. This is the first pick.
Look at this chode.
Hold on. What happened? All right.
I'm gonna
so
pick
what
the
happened?
number for the
Okay.
first pick.
Have we haven't done anybody
We
yet?
haven't done any yet.
No, we're making fun of you.
Why? What did I do? Oh, I had to pee, man. Pew. Dude, like it was
First
so
pick.
serious. Like, all right, go ahead. First pick is it's number 1?
No.
Oh, don't fuck with me
Number
like that.
9.
The ninth pick. Hold on a second. So I'm gonna pull up my sheet here. All right. So let's go, man. So the 9th pick of season 7 draft. I like this, man. Because here's what's gonna happen. Someone will be like, oh, this should have been 16. Not this year, motherfucker. So let me see who is going to be picking number 9. Let me see the card, pal.
The Ace of Diamonds.
The Ace of Diamonds is none other than AC/DC. And the reason that Cortez went with is because he has A in his name. Cortez, all of the aces have A. What? That was your reasoning? Are you what? Oh my God. I gotta practice the A. It's in his name. All the aces. Why did you pick the diamond? Oh,
AC sexiness is a diamond in the rough.
Thank you. We should have let ability do. What a mess. The fuck? Ugh. All right, man.
Number 2.
Next number. Oh, God. The
Back to
disdain.
back. This is the 10th pick.
All right, man. So we got the 9th pick went to AC/DC. I got pick number 10 here. Is going to be card. Drum roll. No, we're not going to do that. Let me see the card, man. The 10 of diamonds is none other than No Regretskis. Why? Because he's a perfect 10 out of 10 guy. That's what Mr. Bailey Cortez says. So Brian will be picking. I should probably write this down. Yeah, like
That might be a good idea, probably.
Hold on a second, man. All right, I gotta step away again. Hold on a second. Like we didn't Cortez is supposed to fucking be here. All right, give me a minute. God damn.
Pardon the interruption. We'll be right back.
We got AC and No Regretskis off the board. No top picks for them. They're picking in the bottom half. Kind of the midway point, though, I guess, in this draft. It's not too bad. What do you think, Ability? I think you had the 12th pick last season, right? You're right in that range.
Yeah. I can't get the higher up. I think I had 8. I had 8 last season. I had 12 the season before when I won it.
Okay.
All right. So, excuse me. Sorry, guys. So, number 9 is AC. 10 is Regretskis. Bailey, I hate you. That's the thing. Hold on. All right. So, let's jump to the next one here.
All right. Here it is. Next pick is first one in the top 5. It's number 5.
This is a big pick here. Number 5. The King of Diamonds. The King of Diamonds is none other than C-Dub21, one of your captains, still playing. C-Dub draws the 5th pick. Season 1, he draws pick 1. Season 2, or his second season, he draws pick 5. So C-Dub. And the reason that C-Dub got the king is because he's my captain, so he is my king. That's only the 3rd gayest thing I've heard today. Shout out to Bailey Cortez. C-Dub gets picked. Yeah, pick number 5 to C-Dub. I love it. All right, so moving on. Here we are, man. Give me something good.
Oh, this is good. This is a good one.
Is it 16 or 1? It's the first pick. Oh, my God. If you weren't tuning in before, you better call your friends. You better get them on the horn. You better see what it's going to be because we got the number 1 pick for the season 7 draft. I was hoping that it wouldn't come up this. I'm still a little bit distraught because I had to go get paper. I got a fucking permanent marker. My nipples are hard, but I'm ready. So please, let's get the card, Pale Poner. Please go. The Jack of Diamonds is
Who
none
is it?
other. Do you want to drum roll this? Cut it. Donnie's Diner will be drafting
Mac
number
North.
1. Mac North has the number 1 pick in your season 7 draft. Mac North, first-time captain, just like C-Dub last season, draws pick number 1. Shout out to Mac North on getting the big pick right there. Mac North with the number 1 pick. That's huge. Let's move on to the next one here. What do we got?
Whew. Knocking him out early, man.
What is it? Is it 2? We got number 2 right after the second pick of season 7. I can only contain myself. Okay. I'm trying to think of something that we can do, but we can't. So just give me the fucking card. Let's see what we got here. Look at him. He's got his belt on. It's all becoming very real to him.
I know.
Number 2. Another first-time captain. Your runner-up for the Rocket Richard winner, O.P. Jelly, will be picking number 2 in the season 7 draft. The reason he got 2 was because he was the Rocket Richard runner-up. So that's why Bailey gave him 2. Bailey dropped the ball because, Mac North just got the jack. Mac North doesn't care because he's got the first fucking pick. But, Cortez isn't here to explain himself, so we'll have to talk about that. But O.P. Jelly taking home pick number 2. Let's recap really quick. Let's go into this. Mac North picking number 1. O.P. Jelly has pick number 2. C-Dub 21 has pick number 5. AC is 9. And No Regretskis will be picking number 10. Next pick. Let's get into it. By the way, if I'm a gambling man, Yambag will have the 16th pick because he always has the rat pick. Listen, I've been doing leagues with Yam for the better part of a decade. A decade. Think about that. 10 years. And he always has the rat pick. Always. That's why I say decade. Ooh, 11. All right. Number 11 pick, man. The number 11 pick will be none other than, drum roll, please. Number 5. Number 5 will be none other than Thamps. So Thamps will be picking number 11. The reason that he got the number 5 is because that is the amount of top 10s that he has embarrassed Bailey Cortez in. That's true. So that's actually a good one. Shout out to Bailey. You get a +1 for that one. So Thamps will be picking 11. And we will move on to the next one here. Look at him. He's just clutching that belt because he knows it's not his anymore.
Man, it's mine right now. It's mine right now. That's all that matters.
Oh, God. Oh,
14.
God, why? Oh, 14, pick number 14. Let's see the card here on this one, please. I'm like, you can't see it, but I have a boner right now. 6. Oh, this is interesting. This is a pale poner guy. This is a first-time captain. This is a guy who probably won't have a bromance. He's going to need to get a new one. Notorious Figo will be picking number 14. And the reason he got number 6, and in parentheses, it just says 6 this. So I'm assuming that's a penis reference because that's what we do around here. So Notorious Figo will be picking number 14 in the draft. I love it. I fucking love it. Let's go. Let's go to the next one here. Here, should I do it? No, I'll recap after this next one because that'll put us at the halfway point.
Here we go. This is your bet.
Let me see it, man. Ooh! I know it's going to be Yambag. I already know it's going to be Yambag. We don't even have to do the card, man. All right, fine. All right, you can do the card anyway, but I already know it's going to be the Yam. Woo! Come on, Yam. Give him that 16. All right, I'm ready. Let's go. The Ace of Spades. The Ace of Spades. No! God, why? It's not Yambag. The Ace of Spades is a first-time captain. The quiet, silent assassin, Tom FTW, will be picking 16th in this draft. That rat pick in a draft like this is not a bad thing. I know you don't pick a long time, but like having those 2 picks, like it's not a terrible thing. So Tom FTW will be picking 16 in this draft. What do you think, Pell? Like, how do you feel about 16, man? Like, that's kind of.
Listen, the draft is hard. Like, I've traded back in every one of my drafts, and except for one, I guess. But like, I like the idea of getting two really quality players in that first and second round area. And, I think that builds a more competitive team. I think you can ice better skaters that way. I mean, Tom FTW is a top 5 pick on his own. And the guys out there, and now he's picking 2 guys in the first and second round, right back to back in the top 20. So, I mean, that's big news for him. I think that's a solid place to be for him, to be honest.
I love it. So here, let's recap. So 16th pick is Tom FTW. 14th pick is none other than Notorious Figo. 11 is Thamps. 10 is No Regretskis. 9 is ACDC. 5 is CW21. OP Jelly picks number 2, and Mac North wins the lottery, season number 7, and Mac North will be picking number 1 overall. So let's move along. Let's get to the next card, man. Let's get to the next card. We got it's number 6. This is a good pick. This is a nice pick here. Who's it going to be? The Ace of Hearts is none other than D Mart 15 will be picking number 6. And the reason that D-Mart will be picking number 6 is because has my heart and is the ace in the hole. 4th gayest thing I've heard today. Congratulations, Bailey. You're really hammering it home. That was super homoerotic. So
you guys put him in charge of this? What in the fuck is going on?
Listen, man. Listen, you were out there fucking touching meters all day. We had to give it to someone. I'm sorry. Like, I didn't know that you were really
Yo, man, I was available from 2 to 7. Meter this.
All right. Relax, Brick. Jesus.
All right, Brick City.
All right, man. Okay, so we got D-Mart picking 6. So that leaves 3, 4, 7, 8, 12, 13, 15. We're about halfway. Pill, what do we got next, man? You can't see it, but I have a boner right now. 7. Pick number 7. Who's it going to be, man? Who's it going to be? Oh, my God. My nipples are hard. Don't look at me. I know you're all looking at me. Stop. 7 of diamonds. Who's that? None other than Final 4 captain right now, Stoey Jopa will be picking number 7. Bailey dropped the ball. Yo, Ryan, think of something. Why is Joey number 7? Because he had to deal with all 7 of Brick. What? Like, that's gay. So that's like the 3rd gayest thing today. So cool.
I'd say it's because he goes out with the lucky 7s while he takes your money at the poker table.
Oh, okay. See, we didn't know you were this good at it. We would have fired Bailey. We would have hired you, man. I'm sorry. I thought you were fucking with meters all day. That's
my salary's a little bit more.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Here we go. All right. So Joey's picking 7. That leaves 3, 4, 8, 12, 13, 15. Pale, let's get to the next one, man. The people are sweating. My G-chat is on fire right now.
Could be number 4.
This is a big pick, man. This is a big pick. There's a lot of first-time captains still in that fucking hat, but let me see the card. The 4 of diamonds. Yes! The 4 of diamonds goes to none other. I don't know why he's so happy. Yambag goes from being a rat pick to grabbing a top 5. He'll be picking number 4. And the reason that Bailey gave Yam number 4 is because the amount of missed hits he has a game is 4. So Yambag will be picking number 4 in the season 7 draft. I think he's going to be happy about that because he never gets top 5 picks. So I think he's going to be really, really happy about that. Yes, absolutely. So
I'm pumped for you, Yam. Do something with it.
Look at Ryan. Wow, yeah, do something. Okay, here we go. Who's next? I'm ready.
15.
Ooh, we go from 4 to 15, man. So that sandwich pick here between Figo and Tom FTW. Who's it gonna be? Who's a good number 9? Number 9. This is a guy who's playing in the top 4 currently right now, and it's none other than Pogs. Pogs will be picking number 15, and the reason that Pogs will be picking number 15 because he would have been a 10 out of 10 if he won the Calder Cup. That's probably an inside joke. Anyways, Pogs will be picking number 15 in your season 7 draft. And hey, good luck to Pogs tonight. Big games tonight. So moving along, we've got the net. It's a mystery, but we're gonna figure it out right now. So who is it? Is it?
This is the last big pick. Number 3.
This is number 3. This is big. There's some big names still out there. I think Esso needs a pick. Kinky needs a pick. Marty McFly needs a pick. Who am I missing? Dalai Lama. Dalai Lama has no pick yet. So who do we got, man? Here it comes. Pick number 3. Who's it going to be? Number 3. None other than the Esoterodactyl himself. Picking number 3, Robert Lang, Esoteric. And the reason is 3 is in his name. So why not? Ability, you're in charge of this next year, man. So Esoteric is picking number 3 in the season 7 draft. Who we got next? What's the pick number?
8.
Number 8. This is a big pick. So we got Kinky, Dolly, and Marty McFly all waiting to see where they will be picking. This will be the last one in the top 10. Who's it going to be? It is the Ace of Clubs, and the Ace of Clubs is Dalai Lama. And there is no description as to why, Bailey, you fuck. But yeah, Dolly will be picking number 8 in the season 7 draft. That's gonna be a good pick. It's gonna be a good player. It really is. All right, so we got 12 and 13 left. We have 2 captains left. So let's see the number, man. Let's see it. Let's do it. We got
12.
pick number 12. So just that one spot position to make your nipples hard for one extra spot. Who's it going to be? Number 8, the 8 of diamonds will be none other than Marty McFly will be picking number 12 will be Marty McFly. I'm sorry, I misspoke. Marty's number 12. That leaves Kinky in the 13th spot. Unlucky 13. I'm sorry. And Kinky, you were the queen because he went with the gender specific thing. Cortez, you're fucking fired. Like, you're fired from that thing that you do. We love you, but you're fired. So let's run this down one last time. Pick number 16, Tom FTW. 15 is Pogs. 14, Notorious Figo. 13 is Kinky PB. 12 is Marty McFly. 11 is Stamps. 10 is No Regretskis. 9 is ACDC. 8 is Dalai Lama. 7 is Stowy Jopa. 6 is Daniel Martin. 5 is CW21. Yambag will pick 4. Esoteric 3. OP Jelly 2. Mac North 1. Guys, that was awesome. I love that. I enjoyed every second of that. We will do that every year forever because you can't see it for many reasons. But I am erect right now, and I love everything
just because it's tiny.
Just because it's tiny. I said many reasons, to each his own, but I loved that format. I loved everything about it. So Mac North is drawn pick 1. I don't want to dive too much into it, but I'm going to send it to you, Pale, real quick. Is there a consensus number 1 pick right now, or is it up in the air?
No, I think it's pretty up in the air. Hey, maybe Mac North and the team go deeper than we expect them to do tonight. They go to the finals, and maybe Mac North likes somebody on his team and wants to take a pick at number 1.
I'd be interested. I was going to say, I know Mac North is a Brick City guy. Brick City to number 1. I can feel it. Ability, is there a consensus number 1 for you, or is this up in the air? I know you're a Cosmic Fade guy.
Yeah, no, I would say that Cosmic takes the number 1 spot. Brick City, I'll tell you what, just take anyone on any one of my teams, then the first pick, you'll be good to go.
Oh, yeah. God. That's what he's going with. Stealth Luca D's out there. Sea-Doo, Chelsea's out there. Drug Monkey. Like, these are all names that you're going to see. Guy like Schwartz. Schwartz going to be a guy that goes a lot higher. He had a crazy point production for his part-time. He's a guy I think goes in the top 5. So, again,
he's got back-to-back Art Rosses.
I was going to get after that. Surprise me is another guy. Is he a guy that goes number 1 again? Mac North, at the end of the day, knows what he's going to do. Will he hold on to the pick? These are all things that we are going to discuss in the coming weeks. Next time you see us next Thursday, we may or may not have determined a new 239 champion. I'm not sure. But I do want to touch on one thing. The series between Swift Pups and Imagination Land has been rescheduled to Sunday. And the reason is that Figo has no power. Rondon Vellante has no power. And both of these teams did not feel comfortable playing with their backups and waivers and different things like that. They said, fuck that. They got on the same page and they said, let's do it Sunday. So shout out to Brian No Regretskis. Shout out to Joey Stopa and all of his guys. Shout out to Esso and fucking Steven and McGilla and Brick City and Mac North and fucking Holpe.
You had it with the first 2. The rest of those guys don't matter.
But again, everybody had to get on the same page. Shut up, Ryan. Don't you ever.
None of them had any consensus in it. Hey, Stoey. Hey, Regretsky's. Hey, way to get it done. You guys are rock solid.
The big thing is that we've been sitting here for the weeks saying like, oh man, like you want the best lineup. These guys want to play the best lineups. They want to play each other's best lineups, and they don't feel that their best lineups are going to be what they are tonight. So they decided to reschedule it. Shout out to each and every one of those guys out there tonight. I love you all sexually and not. Again, I'm going to go take care of this thing. So this has been another edition of – oh, sorry, Ryan. I didn't mean to scare you. But this has been another edition of the Throwdown. Again, your draft list, I'll post it in the forums. Maybe Pale can post it. One of us will get it up there so you guys can look at it. But it's been another edition of the Throwdown. Until next week, might have a champion by then. But until then, we'll see you. Peace.
Peace.